Welcome back to another YouTube video. My name's Jack from Valet by JDJ, and today we've got this BMW X3 in for machine polishing, a 2-year ceramic coating, a 2-year glass coating and a deep interior clean. Car's from 2017, it's in good condition, the wheels are a little bit grubby, they will be getting refurbed at a later point. Overall, it's not a bad car at all. So we're going to start with the wheels, then go on to the paintwork, get it washed, iron fallout remover, tyre remover, clay bar, the paintwork and the windows because the windows are getting ceramic coated. Also clean under the bonnet as well, or the hood for you American guys. Let's go. If I have enough water in my tank, I'm also going to give my van a quick wash because it is absolutely filthy. Someone's even drawn a nice picture on the side of it. So BMW wheels are notoriously known for actually oxidizing. What's the word? Perishing. Basically, the alloys always leave little spots like this. I'll show you in a video. Same with the centre caps, we'll be putting new ones on them at a later date. By now you've seen me wash a lot of cars, so I'm gonna get it all washed. If there's anything important, I'll make sure I film it and run you through it. If not, sit back, enjoy the snow foam, enjoy the wheel cleaning, and I'll see you inside the unit where we'll talk about the paintwork condition and what we're gonna do to improve the gloss and resolve any scratches, etc. This car usually goes to a hand car wash, not a problem, but the chemicals they use can diminish the wheels quicker. That's why these are actually probably deteriorating a little bit quicker than if I was to wash this from new. So we have to make sure when we are working with acid, we do the right ratio mix, otherwise you are going to damage your wheels and your paintwork. That is the downside of a hand car wash. In a recent video, someone asked how swirls occur in paintwork. Basically, when you're hand washing a car, you want to make sure that you do a good pre-wash first. If you don't, you will incur scratches on your paintwork, especially at a hand car wash, because they reuse their wash mitt about 20 times per car. I use a wash mitt, then I wash it and reuse it after about a week when they go through the washing machine. Luckily, my mum washes them. That is the downside of using a hand car wash. Their chemicals and their washing techniques are always a quick and easy way to do it, but it's not the right way. On every detail, we make sure we clean out the petrol cap or diesel cap, no matter if it's a maintenance clean, a one-off clean, or a full machine polish. So the reason you see me cleaning arches isn't just because it looks better, it's because it reduces the chance of rust. As we can see here, that's all in the arch. And when that gets wet, it causes rust, especially on older cars. This obviously isn't an old car, but what we can see there is so much grime and dirt, especially this time of year with the road salt and all that sort of stuff. It's just to prevent the car from rusting. So that's why we do it. And also it looks much better when it's done. Nice. So we're going to hit it with our initial snow foam, which is the first one to remove any dirt and grime, loosen the dirt so we can contact wash it. After that, we'll do our iron fallout remover, our tar remover, and then apply it again for our clay barring. Also, most wing mirrors will push backwards, like that. It helps us clean inside the areas that are never cleaned. That always happens when you clean a fuel cap. You just gotta embrace it. We're now going to contact wash the car with our 2-bucket method. Clean water in this bucket, soapy water in this bucket. Every time we do a panel, we wash out the wash mitt just to stop incurring any more scratches. Another thing that a hand car wash will not do. So the contact wash is all done. Next up, we're going to be using tar remover, which is basically going to remove tar. So it's going to remove tar that has come up from the road, from other people's cars, or from your own tyres. It's a key stage when it comes to decontaminating the car, so there's no rough surface. After that, we'll use iron fallout remover, and then after that, we'll clay bar it. So all the tar's removed as much as possible before we clay bar it. Next up, iron fallout remover. This is from Infinity Wax. It's called Liquid Fire. It will attach to any iron particles that have come from brake discs, etc. And it will turn purple, and it will degrade them to make it smooth, ready for the polisher in the later stages. So whilst the iron fallout remover is doing its job, we're going to snow foam it and we're going to clay bar it at the same time. That's going to agitate the iron fallout remover a little bit more and also give us a clean surface at the end. So that is one 2017 BMW X3, all fully washed, decontaminated, clay barred. Going to put it over in the sun and let it dry out naturally whilst I quickly wash my van because it is an absolute disgrace to my business. Then we'll bring that inside and do some inspections. It's going well so far. So this will be my little workbench for today and tomorrow. We've got our pads here, gonna try, so we've got yellow pads which we usually use. We've also got a microfiber pad if we need that. 3-inch pad for our 3-inch polisher. The Roops LRH 75, or something like that, something along those lines. That one, gonna be using mostly the 5-inch false rotation polisher by Flex. Few different compound options. Usually my go-to is F6 by Kosh Chemie, and I might even try 3D1 as well, as I did that with the Defender last week and it came out amazing. A torch, inspection light, a brush if needed, and a whole lot of masking tape because we're doing something a little bit more specific with this one that I'll show you. We've also got our paint depth reader here because this car's a little bit older. I want to check the paint, make sure there's enough paint and lacquer on the paintwork so we can polish it to a certain degree without burning through. So what we've just done is check the paint depth readings because when we're polishing the lacquer, which is clear and not actually the silver paint. On this car, we're averaging around 100 to 90, 100 or 90, oh my God, I forgot the word, microns. So that isn't great because the difference between the clear coat and the lacquer is only a few microns. The clear coat and the silver is only a few microns. The way we work it out, the door shuts don't really get too much clear coat on them, so you check them. They're at around 67 microns. In some areas, like the strip across the top of the windows is only at 70 newton meters. Why do I keep saying that? Microns. Bonnet is around 100, so we have got about 30 microns to work with, which is quite a lot. Good thing is all original paintwork. No resprays have happened on this car, which is good. You'll be able to see that because the car is showing up green. If it had been resprayed, it would be yellow, and if it's really low on paint levels, it would be red. I'm going to get the inspection light out, see how bad this paintwork really is, and then prep it by putting tape in the areas we need to tape, start polishing. I just want to warn you now, there will be a bit of flashing because these lights flash when I zoom in, so just a warning. I'm going to show you the scratches that we've got at the moment. I can't stop that flashing, unfortunately. There you go. So there's some scratches that we can see in the lights. I've turned all the lights off in the unit because silver's really hard to see. So the more light there isn't, the better it is for me actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a 50-50 line down the middle, start polishing, and I'll show you what we're achieving as long as I can with these lights anyway. Always shake your polishers. Always shake your polishing. What the hell am I trying to say? Always shake your compounds and your polishes. Got a fresh pad. We always put at least 4 dots on it. After that, the pad should be primed. We will only need to put 2 pea-sized blobs after that. So as I said, I'm going to do a little cocktail F6 and also 3D1. When polishing, we always want to try and keep the cable off of the car. Just chuck it over a shoulder, and that's going to do the job perfectly. So we've polished that side and not this side. With it being a German car, the lacquer is very hard. Not as many imperfections have come out as I'd like to. So what I'm going to do on that side, I'm going to use a bit more of a heavier cut compound. See the difference. If that improves it, then I'll do it again on that side to get better results. They are definitely a lot more glossier on the left-hand side than the right. As we can see, the hazing has gone. This is only in for a single stage, so it isn't a multi-stage where I can remove absolutely everything. But I'm going to try a few different things to make sure that I get the best results for my customer with the budget that they have. So as mentioned, we don't have much clear coat to actually work with. We can see the space that we haven't actually polished here, this little section here, because it's a lot more lighter than here, which means it's a good thing. They're the imperfections that we're currently working with. This is what I've managed to get. It's around a 60% improvement, which is what I typically say for a single stage enhancement polish. But I just don't feel happy leaving it like that. So I'm going to try one more different stage with a harder cut-in pad, and we'll try again. But yeah, as we can see, there is a difference, which is nice. We have found what we're going to use. A microfiber yellow pad with Maguire's as the heavy cut and F6 as the refining stage. Not perfect, but for a single stage enhancement, I'm happy with that. Compare to that where there's a lot more straight lines. Let's get started. So what my plan is, it's currently 4 o'clock on Sunday. I'm going to get this bonnet all done. Gonna drive home, have some dinner with my family, ride my motorbike back down here to carry on working throughout the night, probably to about 10 or 11 o'clock tonight, hopefully. Come back in the morning, hopefully I haven't left myself with too much polishing to do, then I can ceramic coat the glass and do the interior. So, just had my dinner, rode back down on the bike, as you can see behind me. Now we're gonna go wing and this door. Then we're going to get the roof done so we haven't got any trailing leads near the polished doors that we've done. Get this top bit done, 3-inch work on the black and the wing mirrors, then work our way along. This is going to be quite a long job. It's really hard paint, so I'm just going to crack on, get it done, show you where I can. I'll also try and show you a bit more of an interior clean tomorrow alongside the ceramic coating and the glass coating as well. So, this side of the roof is all completed. We're going to jump onto some 3-inch work around the top of the windows. Also have a go at these black trims as well. We may have to hand polish them, but we're just going to see. We'll definitely have to machine polish these, but we may have to machine polish these. We'll just see how they get on. So, that's where we're at. This blooming light with this silver car is not good. Should have thought about what video I was going to do. That side's done, this side isn't done, as you could tell. I'm going to carry on working across now to this side after doing this section here. I'm not sure if I did mention it earlier, but we're working in the pitch black. There are no lights on in the unit except from the inspection light. Reason being, light coloured paintwork is very hard to see swells and scratches when there's lots of different lights. So having 2 intense lights like these 2 here, shining onto the paintwork, gives you a much better reflection of the actual job that you're doing. Yes, it is pitch black. It's better for the finished article of the job. So, Time is currently 9:10. It is really cold in the unit now. We do have a big jet heater, but it's not worth putting on really because it uses a lot of fuel. I might have to put another jumper on. We're just going to work on this top section here now. These two sections of the boot panel with the 3-inch. Probably use the 3-inch for all of the boot panel because it's quite tricky. There's a lot of curves and stuff like that, and we want to get in all the areas. So, I'm going to smash this out now. Right, it's 10:20. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get the roof done. Once that's done, I'm going to pack up, get my bike gear back on and ride home. Ideally, I need to be done by about 1 o'clock tomorrow because I have something going on in the evening with my friends. Let's see how it goes. Right guys, time is currently 11:15. We are getting ready to go home on the bike. It's freezing. I mean, I wanted to use the bike because I wanted to get outlet, but it's really cold. So make sure we put the jumper over the top just to help with the wind chill. Flattering poses, I'm sure. Back, it's 7:30 AM. We're going to get this done today. We've got to really get it done in the next 6 hours because I'm going out with some mates later on tonight. We've got this side to do, that wing and also the front bumper, before we ceramic coat it, do the glass and do the interior. So you've seen quite a lot of polishing. I'm going to smash this out. When I get on the interior, I'll show you a bit of hoovering and also some ceramic coating if I've got enough time. Right, so the car's all prepped, all polished. We're now going to hit it with an isopropyl alcohol before applying the 2-year ceramic coating from Infinity Wax. And then after I've done that, I'm going to take it outside to do the interior. And when I'm doing the interior, I'm also going to apply the glass coating because it takes 15 minutes to cure. So whilst I'm doing the interior, that can cure over time, then I can buff it off after. So I'm going to get this done next. As I say, we're on a bit of a time scale, so let's get it done. So, as I was filming the aftershots of the car being ceramic coated, I had set up my workbench outside. At this point, you will see all of my money fly everywhere as the envelope got taken by the wind. You'll see in the bottom right corner, all the money fly up in the air. I've never seen it before, it was like a movie. You'll soon see me run outside, trying to chase it, going back to the table as if I was going to be able to find any of it. Amazingly, we found every single piece. This was £550 in £20 notes. The workers next door also helped, and then also my friends helped who was inside the unit who were working on their own cars. As you see, everyone's helping, everyone's been in a community, which I'm very happy about. But yeah, this was a dramatic moment where I thought I'd lost all of my money. So, after recouping all £550 worth of cash that flew up in the air, the car's outside. We're going to get the glass ceramic coated and start on the interior. As I said before, it takes 15 minutes for the ceramic coating to cure on the glass. So we'll do one coat, start the interior, buff it off, then do our second coat because that's what has to happen with the windscreen. So we start this by prepping all the glass with the isopropyl alcohol. So what we use is G-Technics Smart Glass, Clear Vision Smart Glass, sorry. This is G1, which you apply on. G2 is what you buff off. I've set a timer on my watch for 15 minutes. We're going to apply the first coat now. Well, that's it pretty much. It's very simple to apply this stuff. Doesn't matter how you really apply it. I usually go in straight lines, up and down. A nice solid coat. Even coat as well, of course. I get the whole windscreen done first. And as I said, we clay barred all of the glass as well to make sure it's nice and smooth. So the application goes on perfectly. Very important step to remember is actually doing the wiper blades as well, so they don't stick to the glass. So 15 minutes has passed. We're now going to use the residue remover, which is G2. Buff it all off, make sure it's all off, then reapply to the windscreen and the back screen as well, because that is where the wiper blades will start to affect the coating rather than the side windows. So that is another detail completed. This X3 is looking a lot better. My customer's on the way to collect the car now. Gonna leave the wiper blades up for as long as possible so we don't get them bonded to the paintwork, to the glass, although by now they should be dry, especially with this wind. I'm gonna throw in some pictures and videos. I hope you enjoyed it, and can't wait to see you in the next one. Please like and subscribe. See you soon.